What's good? I have started a segment called Slanted Thoughts Out of a Slanted Mouth by me, Ashita Irene. And this segment is basically me expressing and voicing my opinions on things that I have an opinion about. And I kind of came up with this concept because I wanted to show more personality that I do have. And I feel like most of the times I'm gonna say split personalities. And so my personalities kind of come in like my, I guess, government name. And I kind of compartmentalize, that word is so hard to say, out of a slanted mouth that I do have. I compartmentalize my, I guess, personalities towards my name. So I'm named after my grandmother, and then I have I would call it like a Muslim name. So Ashita is my Muslim name that was given to me by my father, and Irene was given to me by my mother, who is my grandmother's name. And those two names together is my author name, which is my pen name, and I go by that name, I guess, on the internet, and I want to be known by that name in the literary world because I feel as though my first name, which is Tyra, is kind of like already taken. Like you have Tyra Banks and then you have Tyra B, who was a singer. So I'm like, that name kind of isn't common, but you know, in the entertainment industry, it is already branded. So I'm Ashita Irene, and I've been using the name for, I think I've been using that name for, I'm gonna say about because I remember I started a YouTube channel a while ago. I forget what year it was, but so I'm saying about maybe 5 or 6 years I was using Ashita Irene. And I kind of have those two names with two different personalities. Like Ashita is bubbly, outgoing, and she's like spunky and she lights up the room. And Irene is more of like the fun extra side that's like can party all night, and she's the one that can express the sexuality, I guess. Now they don't have nothing to do with like the names that were given to me. I just kind of gave those personalities to those names. And Tyra is the more shy, quiet, and reserved person. So when I go out into the world, I would like to be Ashita Irene, but most of the time I'm Tyra. And she's like I have to talk in third person because, like I said, I'm compartmentalizing things. Tyra is more of like just what comes off first because I'm guarded. And when you're guarded and you've been hurt and let down so many times before, you just have to put a shield before you walk out your door into the world. And I'm just realizing like, well, if I can like embody what I'm thinking in my mind when it comes to going out into the world and using my alter egos or my different personalities, then I can stomach some things. I can take some things and just be able to brush it off. So if I'm introduced to you and I say Tyra's more like a family name. Like everybody knows me as Tyra because that's my name. But I feel like when I give that to you, it's me kind of being in the shell. And then if I open up, then, you know, I'm Ashita, I'm Irene. And that was such a fake laugh, but I'm trying to go through it. I'm trying to have more personality. I'm trying to get to this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so the different personalities go with my actual government name. And I think that's a little quirk about me. I don't think nobody really knows that I do that sometimes, and I don't really do it like consciously. I do it subconsciously. So I'm just like, I'm going to go ahead and just put on a different mask today. And if this gets me through the door, then I'm going to do that. Because when I have to always bring things back to my mental illness, but when you have anxiety a lot, my voice is breaking. When you have anxiety, you get overwhelmed with all these emotions and you become paralyzed. And so sometimes I just kind of revert into this shell, and then I don't want to do anything. And that's not, well, then I battle with myself because I'm like, well, she might not want to go out today. She might not want to have fun today, but Ashita does. So I'm going to put on Ashita. Ashita puts on the makeup and she does the hair and she's like, we're going out. We're having fun. That's what we're doing. And I can go into that mode knowing that I can put Tyra in the room. She can stay in the room. But Ashita, Irene, we're going out. Okay. And then, of course, I don't know if I should get my last man. But, you know, if y'all try to scam me, I ain't got nothing. Okay. So y'all can go ahead and get that. But, and Peterson is like, it's my father's last name. And that's like that's the wall. That's like, listen, if anything happens to her, to Tyra, Ashita, and Irene, Peterson's gonna come out and she got the hands. Okay, she's the ready to go girl. Okay, so when I put all that together, that's how I'm able to exist in the world, and I want to, you know, embrace it instead of saying, you know what, I can't do something. Well, this part of me can't, I'm doing like this. This part of me can't do it, but these other parts of me can. And I'm going to go ahead and pour into these parts so that I can get shit done. Because if I can't get it done, we all lose. So that's my segment on that part. So that's my slanted thoughts coming out of a slanted mouth. So slanted thoughts out of a slanted mouth won't be the gossip blog, because I feel like that's already a niche. That's a cliche. That's something that's already being done. There's so many YouTubers and blog sites that got that on lock. I don't need to be one of those. Besides, I mind my business and I don't really like, you know how you can be just scrolling on Instagram and Twitter and stuff and this topic, this person. And you kind of just become enthralled in that world of like whatever they got going on. When you start forgetting about things that you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be living, not watching these other people live, because they're living their life. They going through drama, but you need to get out and do your own thing and create your own world. So I won't be one of those, you know, YouTubers that's like, oh, let's talk about this current event. I have an opinion on this, I have an opinion on that. I really don't give a shit. Like, there's real stuff happening out in the world, and all this celebrity gossip stuff is really, you know, for teenagers. So, okay. So going back to having the different personalities and stuff, which is not like the, you know, schizophrenia or anything like that. I don't have that. Not yet. Or who knows? Let's not jinx that. So dating. Just that silence. The dating thing. I'm 31 and I can say that I've never had a adult relationship at all, a boyfriend or anything. Because like I've been, you know, in my own world, in my own room. But it's not like I don't want to, like, but it's kind of scary out there, like, you know, seeing how, and this is just on the internet, because, you know, I'm not really out there looking, but on the internet, it kind of seems like there's a battle going on between the men and the women. And because I'm 31, I'm on that cusp of like, we have to date to marry and we can't be playing around, or I have to, I feel like I have to choose, like when I'm ready to go out there and date, I feel like I have to choose whether or not I'm just going to be not having kids, or if I want to have kids, like date a guy that wants to have kids or date a guy that doesn't want to have kids. And that's kind of like scary. Like I feel like I wasted my 20s, but you know, I feel like I'm not the type of girl to just go around dating. Like even when I was like on my own in a whole different state and that stuff was happening all the time, I was not one of those, I just wasn't in it. It was like, how can you just date this guy and then dump him and date another guy? It was like, that's not my thing. And I don't judge, so do you, but I can't get down like that. And I still feel that way. Like, I don't even know if I'm a one relationship type of girl either. Like, I guess I'll find out when it happens. I don't know. And I'm not afraid of it. It's just like, do I have to choose? Because for a long time, I was like, I'm not going to have kids because I don't even want to pass down this mental illness. Like, I don't want to pass that down. And if I do have kids, like, am I going to be prepared enough to raise a human being in the world that's happening around me right now, which I am like, like, what the hell is going on out there, y'all? Like, there's so much stuff going on. And I'm going to talk about that in other segments, but to just give a general statement, like, what the fuck is going on? This world is just, whew. That's why I'm like, listen, I'm going to stay in my bubble until I'm armored up. Like, okay, I got the weapons, I got the knowledge, I know how to do all kind of, because, whew, you motherfuckers are crazy out there. So anyway, when I start dating, I'm going to be one of those people that's like, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got to meet some of them. And I like to have fun. So if the guy's like boring, nope, ain't going to go, because I like to have fun. We're going to talk about music. Music today is going along with the craziness. Okay, something is fueling the other. Like, one thing is fueling the other. The crazy is fueling the crazy. And I just, I listen to certain people and I think, who are they surrounded by? Like, what is the environment? Because you can't be making this type of music and not know that the world is burning. Like, the world is on fire and you're just oblivious to it. And I think that's what's happening with the youth. They're just not. They're either totally in it or they're oblivious to it. And the music kind of shows that. Like, there's this struggle of, should we talk about it or should we just completely avoid it? And the youth that are like, the 20s and the 19, 20, 21, the ones that start getting these big major music deals and stuff and flashing all this money, they're inspiring and they're kind of role models to the 15, 16, 14 range. So it's like, you might not be getting in the music industry because you want to be a role model, but you will be a role model if you like it or not. Like, you're going to be inspiration to somebody. Like, I'm pretty sure when I was, 7 years old or whatever, and I saw Usher on TV, he was a kid himself. So how he gonna be a role model to me? He's a kid himself. But he was. I looked up to him. I still do. Even though I'm old enough now to realize, like, listen, this person is a human. They're going to make mistakes. I should not follow those mistakes. So, but I feel like the youth today, they take everything in so fast and there's no one to slap their hand like, stop. That's not right. Don't do that. Because if there was someone that would be like, hey, that's hot, don't touch that, and then they touch it and they burn themselves, it seems like nobody's like, see, did you burn yourself? It's like somebody's like, yeah, do it again. Do it again. It's all right. Just go ahead. And I think the music is kind of like fueling that. So, it's a struggle. Everything's a battle. I feel like, evil is kind of winning. And, where's the soldiers? Where the warriors at? Like, I could go deeper in it. I don't want to go too far. So this has been Slanted Thoughts Out of a Slanted Mouth. I'm Ashita Irene. Thanks for watching.